Hi, I welcome you in the next lecture of Billion Dollar Ideas, where we see how we can use AI to solve the real business problems, the real world problems. And today I welcome you in another lecture where we are going to talk about addressing the problem of modern agriculture. So let's jump into our presentation and where I'm going to introduce you to the next idea. This is a series where we talk about unicorn ideas, ideas which has the potential of solving the real world problems and addressing the problems in a different way by connecting AI and IoT. So you liked the last lecture, and I'm really thankful to you. These lectures are brought by Rethink AI and presented by me, Jaideep Parasar, the director and founder of Rethink AI. So today's idea is about addressing the agriculture problems. Agriculture is one such sector which impact all of us, whether we come from developed country or developing countries. Okay, and if you see the household budget of a moderate family, middle class family, or poor middle class family, the maximum expenditure goes to the food or food supplements, and it's these days, typically in last 1 or 2 years, the food prices are rising continuously, whether you see the pattern in western countries, European countries, Asia, Africa. The patterns are almost same everywhere. I read a lot. Okay, and mostly I watch documentaries, papers, articles, so I know about all these things. And so today we are connecting AI with IoT to see how we can solve this problem. So what is the problem of, in modern agricultures? What are the typical challenges that we should address? The one is high operational cost. The operational cost is very high, whether you see African countries, Asian countries, or even developed countries. The operation cost is very high. And when you compare the operation cost with the maintenance or the sustainability, it's not that equal. Then inefficient water usage. If you come from an affluent country where you have enough supply of water, then you are really blessed. But there are countries where we have literally limited amount of water supply, so inefficient water usage, then unpredictable weather patterns. Whether you talk about global warming, effect of El Nina, or the regional change in weather patterns, these are literally impacting the entire agriculture sector. There was time when I was reading about a country. One area was suffering with drought, and the other area was suffering with flood. So these are the extreme weather conditions. How can you have two different weather patterns in the same country? But this is happening right now. Okay, so this is a different challenge for the policymakers and government to balance the agriculture. The next is past problems and reduced crop yield, per acre. So these are the challenges in modern agriculture, and today we will look into how we can resolve it. So what is the logic behind it? What is the theme of it? Revolutionizing farming with IoT and machine learning. So the key is IoT and machine learning. And today I will give you a new keyword. Okay, this keyword will be a buzzing keyword throughout the future. So how we are going to resolve it, and what do we need specifically? For that, we need smart agriculture system where we are going to connect the traditional method of doing agriculture with computational power of AI and machines. So it's like IoT based precision agriculture system. So IoT, Internet of Things, based precision agriculture system. When you go with the scientific methods or measurement, you can literally improve your uh, yield or crop production to a significant level. I would like to share something which has deeply impacted all of us. In 1950s, 60s, there was a green revolution around the world. And then there was white revolution. Green revolution is basically about agriculture, and white revolution is about milk production. And it has literally improved our food sustainability to a huge number. Okay, it has not only impacted developed countries, but developing countries as well. There are, you know, there is moderate production of food now throughout the world. However, uh, we need to go even at the next step, but still there are problems. Okay, and after green revolution and then white revolution, this is the time for AI revolution, which is tech revolution, and you can say gray revolution. Okay, why I'm saying gray revolution? Because I have a small, symbol of learning or AI at my work table, and its color is gray. So I say, gray revolution. Next, ML powered prediction for optimal farming practices. Machine learnings are very powerful these days. I'm doing in-depth study on all these fields, and you can read my articles or answers which I'm writing. Machine learning is powerful, and we will see it soon. Then real-time response to environment data. And here I'm going to give you one keyword that will impact us for a long period of time, and that will be our future. So here is AI, which is artificial intelligence, plus IoT, which is Internet of Things. Okay. The future is the combination of both, which is AOT. It's artificial of things. It's far more powerful than anything we have seen in the entire history. Let me make this statement or equation: AI plus IoT, which is AOT. AOT stands for artificial of things. Okay, this is far more powerful, and it has capability of changing our life. Okay, here it is. You can see it. Next, let's move ahead. And to be very frank, to make this presentation, it took my years of study. Okay, I have done engineering, then I read self-help book, I read about machine language learnings, and I'm working in AI. I have background of business. I have worked in the government sector. So this is like one of the most critical project I have ever worked. I'm really good. I'm not bragging about myself, but I'm really good. But this is the type of project which has literally forced me to my extreme limit. Because in this project, you need everything from the knowledge of electronics, devices to how AI works, how agriculture works, how government works, how private sector works. You need everything. And I love this project. After working for such a long time in business and research, hardly it happens that something comes up which challenges me, and this is one such project, and I love this project. So this is its circuit diagram, and okay, okay. This is its circuit diagram and one of the most important part of this entire presentation. And with this circuit diagrams, I'm going to show you how you can implement such kind of product system, you can say SAS, at the ground level. Because in this kind of project, you have to, work with every part at ground level with farmers, then your company may be involved, and then government or unions or policymakers are going to involve. So let's start with the ground level. Ground level is at ground level we need sensors. Okay, first sensor is humidity sensor. Second sensor is this is the part basically of IoT. Okay, IoT or sensors or hardware. Here you can say we need humidity sensor, then we need soil sensors, and then temperature sensors. These temperatures you are going to use at the agriculture field. Okay, then you need at the fourth Arduino. Okay, what is it? It's basically an electronics device. This is I know about all these circuit diagrams from the days when I was in engineering. Okay, I'm from basically engineering background. Okay, so I know all these things really well. So what are you going to do? You are going to use the data is going to be collected from all these sensors, and then you are going to have electronics devices where you are going to compile all the data. Then at the next stage, which is the fifth point, you need wireless module where you are going to communicate your data from the ground level. From fourth point, you are going to collect the data, right? And then you need wireless devices modules to transfer the data. So now your data will come to cloud storage, which is uh, you can say you can have local data centers, or you can have one data center throughout the country or throughout the geographical area. Okay, here you are going to do the cloud storage, and then next stage is database, where you are going to compile all the data. Here you are going to apply all your AI algorithms and machine, language analytics to compile the data, to comprehend the data. What is the key problem? Okay, when it comes to talking about sensors or hardware, they are very specific, and they measure data up to even the last digit. While we humans, after repeating for a long period of time, we start taking a decision on the basis of assumptions. We start taking decisions on the basis of our thoughts, or sometimes our emotions. Take over our conscious or intellectual knowledge. So here AI is going to play a big role. This is the part of, you can say, electronics. This is the part of wireless, or this is the part of wireless. Then this is the part of cloud computing. This is the part of AI and ML. This is such a beautiful project. I really appreciate this project. And then after getting the ML analytics, you are going to take you are going to focus on irrigation or field sprinklers, where your water distribution will be scientifically proven or scientifically measured. Let's say, let's take a few figures here. These figures, I'm not taking these figures from any science book. I'm just taking a random example, okay, reference example. Let's say your crops need only 72 unit of waters, but you are supplying 100 units of water. First of all, 28 units of wastage of water. Okay. Second thing, this gap somewhere will impact the yield production. Mark my word, this will happen. If you think you need only 500 mg of vitamin D every day, but you are taking 1500 mg of vitamin D every day, it's going to make your bones strong? Chances are not. Somewhere down the line, it's going to impact your entire body system. Same is true with agriculture as well. Often, maybe you have seen it, when you give too much water to a particular plant, its impact, its strength, or its life, right? The same happens everywhere. Okay. Now, this is one of the most amazing thing I have worked on, and it's very complicated as well. If you are not from if you don't know all these things like cloud computing and working with governments, working in the private sector, how business works, how to combine electronics and wi-fi, you will not be able to understand it. So I highly recommend, if you are unable to understand it, go to again to this particular part and watch it over and over again until you understand it. Once you understand it, then visit to the next slide. The next slide is, who are our target audience? Let's say you are building this business model, or you are working on this startup, or you already have a startup but you don't know how to make the progress. And I have seen this example. There have been many founders approached me like, Jadip, we have started this, but now we don't know how to progress, what to do. They are basically, they have started the startup, but now they are looking for the idea. So this is a critical example of business failure, a critical example of startup failure. Okay, so who can be your target audience if you are if you want to solve this problem? First, your farmers who are seeking resource optimization. I'm not talking about resource distribution. Resource distribution has already been done by policymakers in every union, in every state, in every geographical area. Today, I'm talking about resource optimization. If you need 5 unit of urea, you are going to use 5 unit. That's it. And it's not going to be based on your assumption. It's not going to be based on your thoughts or feelings. It's going to be based on data. Then agri-tech company innovating in farming sector, they need these ideas deeply. I mean, you have no idea. I have talked to many founders in last 2 3 years, and they are still working on those traditional and old models. They have no idea about this thing, so they will love this idea. Next, researchers and consultants in agriculture. I'm a researcher in AI. I love when someone approached me with new AI ideas. So researchers and consultants in agriculture sector, organizations promoting sustainable farming. Yes, they are going to love this idea. Next, union and government bodies can also opt for the service. You know, one of the key sector which policymakers loves, and policymakers and governments, bureaucrats loves, is agriculture, because they knew that agriculture is the backbone of the entire industry, and their entire mm, targets run around helping people, empowering them. And for that, first thing is we need optimization of agriculture resources. If we can improve agriculture production and we can reduce the cost price, it's directly going to benefit the government, the middle class, the poor middle class. Okay, now let's go to the next slide, which is the 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 MVP model, how you are going to create the minimum viable product. Okay, the first MVP. And what do you need for the first MVP? First MVP will evolve around three things: one, hardware, software, and automation. Hardware, you need sensors, soil moisture, temperatures, humidity, and sunlight, excess of sunlight. This is the part of hardware. Then software, ML model for predictions and analytics. Okay, and these softwares are basically going to help you in capturing the data. And then the next stage is automation, where AI is going to play the biggest role. All you are going to do is you are taking the data from hardware, from the ground level. Then softwares are just doing their works, like ML models, and then AI is going to compute that data. And on the basis of that, you will get real-time output. Here is something, steps for implementation of SAS. If you are building it in Europe, then European countries have already core infrastructure to develop all these things. All you need is to integrate. European countries have been working on tech empowerment or tech integration for quite a long time. If you are developing this model in European countries, you just need integration of resources. Okay, if you are joining from Western countries, yeah, like US, in US specifically, they have large farming areas per farmers, and I really appreciate their farming model. Okay, and they have enough budget to opt for these quality ideas, these new ideas. In USA, the government is very progressive. Okay, and if you study Silicon Valley, they love these kinds of ideas. It's like Peter Thiel mentioned, 0 to 1. You are taking your knowledge from level 0 to 1. So there is a huge scope, and I really appreciate their entrepreneurs for always opting for these qualities of new ideas. Next, developing countries like Asian countries and African countries. For that, due to high demands of energy and development of infrastructure, it's advisable to develop these apps for metro cities first. And if you have whatever the agriculture system is available in metro cities, so that you can connect with those businesses, startups there, and then you are going to move out to the rural areas. Okay, this is not mistake that I'm asking you to develop it from metro cities first, because in metro cities in developing countries have ecosystem of startups are coming there, and they have storage areas or cloud building systems, cloud computing systems. And first, when you are developing from these particular areas, you can connect with them and you can build the right network. And then you can go out to rural areas and you can talk to your policymakers and unions as well. So what you need: requirement analysis of target crops, hardware assembly, and sensor calibration. You need hardwares at the ground level. First, you can start from um, from a small area, then you can expand it. Then ML model training and dashboard creation. ML model training will be challenge, because you have the data coming from all over the country, right? And so you need training as per that level. If you see ChatGPT and Gemini and Copilot and Grok, I have seen all these models and I have worked on all these models. These models have been trained for, a general purpose knowledge. You want to write about agriculture, okay, it's going to do that. You want write marketing articles or business models or speech, it can do very well. It has already been trained. But if you are generating your own data, raw data, definitely you need cloud storage and data computational. Then field testing and feedback collection. Here you need either researchers or people who are from science background or scientists who are going to look into that output of this data. Okay, if you are an entrepreneur only, but you don't have experience of research or data science, I highly recommend please opt for researchers or data scientists from your geographical region where you are. Next, what are the do's and don'ts? Please secure your data. Okay, and start make a design which is scalable. If your design is not scalable, one of the key reason that businesses fail regularly. Okay, their business model is not scalable. Then next, use high quality sensors. I have worked with sensors when I was in engineering, and sensors are not that much costly. They are easily available and affordable. Okay, if you have any IT area in your country and electronics area, specifically if government designed area is there where you can do all these experiments, please go there and talk to them and see how you can use different sensors. And you are totally open to come up with your own ideas as well. My job is to show you the next vision. My job is to guide you how you can solve the real world problems with the help of AI. I'm a researcher and I'm building my own company. Beside that, I'm taking this as a learning experience, or I'm just building a collaborative environment around AI where we can focus on the bigger challenge instead of just looking for money. These days, what is happening when companies come up and they start building startups, they start running for money. That's not a great idea. Okay, the aim should be solving real world problems. Like I'm solving by building AI intellectual capital, and I dedicate every second of my day in this direction. Next, avoid complex interfaces, because often we have seen when you see the farmers, they come from either a non-education background, or they have a moderate education in the tech sector. They are really good with agriculture, but they have a little background of agriculture, of technology. So let me show you something. What do you need? Let's say this is agriculture. and this is technology. If you are going to build a really complex system, it will not help. Okay, so what you need to build your model. uh, it's easy to understand, so that those farmers, those who are already in agriculture sector and only in agriculture sector, they can understand your results well. This is going to be your agriculture plus technology sector combined. I'm going to show you an example in a second. So it should be easy, where you can have intersection of AI and agriculture and technology. And if you are making very complex system, it will be really hard to understand. Then next, reliable reliance on non-renewable power. Okay, most of in the rural areas and where we see agriculture, they are not connected with the with power supply. Okay, they have limited transmission of power. Okay, or they don't have power center as of in many developing countries. Okay, in the agriculture area, or if available, then they have limited resources. My father was in uh, you can say power sector, so my father taught me all these things. Okay, so now let's move to the next. So what should be your pricing strategy? I highly recommend, please, when it comes to pricing strategy, go with your own vision. Okay. The aim should not be making the money. Okay, but there should be three model of pricing if you are developing this basic standard advance. Okay, the subscription model for updates and maintenance. Then build in such a way that you have only one-time cost for hardware installation. And next, please do tie up with government and agencies. Okay, so I'm revising it again. First, go with modular pricing where you have three different models. Then subscription model where you are going to provide all the updates and maintenance in just one subscription. Next, one-time cost. You must have only one-time cost for hardware installation. Otherwise, if you have multiple, agriculture is not very profitable in most of the areas around the world. Okay, so if you are building a model where you need continuous hardware installation, then you are not going to develop it in a profitable manner, in a sustainable manner. For farmers, we have to make it sustainable, and for that, uh, we have to make sure they don't have repeated expenditure. Next, please go and talk with the government and agencies and do tie-ups with them. That will be a game changer for you. Next, so how are you going to building the data centers? Breaking the land areas wise for optimization. Okay, whatever is divide the entire agriculture area in small part, like you can go with one rural area to one rural area, and then you can develop the data centers. Then data centralization with edge computing. If you don't know about edge computing, I highly recommend to watch our last video where I have talked about edge computing. I will ask my team to give the link somewhere in the comment section or here. There, please look for it. Okay. And what is edge computing? Let me repeat it again. Let's say this is point A. Point A is the source of your data production, okay, or where you are doing all these activities. So when you compute all the data at the source place, it's called as computing. Okay, and but when you transfer the entire data to the central database, then it's called then it's you are using data centralization, where you are collecting all the data at one data center. But for empowerment of agriculture, you need both as computing and data centralization. Next, using critical analytical reasoning. These are totally two different terms: critical analytical and reasoning. But from my days of early research in 2011, 12, when I was learning about management. I was trying to combine, engineering and management together. So I was always, most of the time, I was always out of my class because they were teaching something only engineering. But I was fascinated about combining engineering and management. There was at that point of time there was no AI. Okay, so I was so much interested in combining. Let me make another diagram for you. So I was really interested in, this is engineering and this is management. So I was really interested in this thing. Okay, but and how I connected it. I connected it with the help of critical analytical reasoning. Engineering is all about data, okay? But management is not about data. Management is about data plus using your own reasoning to take the right decision. Okay, so I have done it at that point of time. So from that time, I started using critical analytical reasoning, and I still use this word in all my talk and decision. Basically, you can't detach these terms like analytical and reasoning. These are not separate terms, these are combined terms, so I used them in a combined manner. So what are the ethical considerations these days? you know i i I see most of the questions are coming, whether you see social medias or a forum where we have AI discussions. Most questions are not about technology. Most questions are not about AI. Most questions are about ethical consideration. That, Jadi, what are its ethical consideration? Let's say you are using one particular model or another particular model. People want to know what are the ethical considerations or ethical boundaries of this particular model. So, what are the ethical boundaries of this particular model? One, data privacy and encryption. Yes, you must have end-to-end encryption and data privacy. So you are taking the data from farmers, and then you are sending the output, your analytical critical reasoning or whatever the feedback is, and you are giving directly to the farmer. So it's end-to-end encrypted. No one in the middle is going to access that. Then please make it affordable solution for small farmers. Then please have transparency in your systems and capabilities. Let's say you are building something, have complete transparency over there. Okay, now next. Okay, here it is, how we are going to make it sustainable. Mm, the new keyword for, not only for business, not only for agriculture, not only for environment or energy, the new keyword is sustainability. Until you are making it sustainable, it's not going to work. First, please reduce water storage and fertilizer wastage. Reduce water wastage and fertilizer wastage. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Okay. And here is my highlighter. Okay. And then promote renewable energy usage. So that if any place you are using energy, please make sure you are using renewable energy. Next, lower operational cost with automation. Wherever it's possible, use automation. Okay, focus on affordable ideas. This idea is really affordable, but it's depend how you are going to apply it. And now we are reaching to the final part. How your actual model will look like. Your actual model will look like this. Here you have an interface where you are showing the numbers to the farmers. Then you are showing the information which the farmer can access from a small device. Okay, you don't need smartphones, but you can create a basic applications where they can see their agriculture requirements, type of crops, and humidity, and what type of uh, ideas for pest management, or temperatures, or if any there is any weather update, say they can see it over there and they can work accordingly. And here comes what we are doing right here. Basically, we are combining IoT and ML for precision agriculture. Then it's going to give real-time insight in for efficient resource management. Instead of the time has come when we should stop using our emotions to for making the critical decisions. We should start using AI and technology to make the decision, and our decisions should be precise. Okay, and then paves the way for sustainable and scalable farming. This is not about just business, but it's about for entire humanity. So call to action, join the future of farming with SAS Smart Agriculture System. Okay, and welcome to the world of Rethink AI. I am the founder and director of Rethink AI, and this idea is brought up and presented by Rethink AI. And under the series Unicorn Ideas, where we share ideas which has the potential to solve the real world and the real problem of the world. And thanks to Team Rethink AI, researched and prepared by Rethink AI, presented by me and designed by Vista Libreta. Vista Libreta is our marketing partner, and they manage the entire marketing work for us. Thank you so much for joining. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me by my LinkedIn account or Twitter, or you can send us an email. And till then, till we come up with the next video, take care of yourself. Good luck.